Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel Make Math Easy. Today I want to discuss some interesting topic, that is, are you born intelligent or is it because of a good schooling, right? Let me just start with the basic thing. We usually hear in the news, that 7 years old kid is talking 14 different languages, 4-year-old kid doing mathematics in a very fast way, or a 6-year-old kid solving Rubik's, 2 3 Rubik's at the same time. So when we hear this type of news, generally we will just think that this high level of intelligence, whatever we are calling that a high level of intelligence, it is because of nature, not because of a nurture. Nurture means it's a practice, right? We will just skip that part. Instead of figuring out what is the reason behind for that, we will just give some sort of explanation to ourselves that it is because of their nature or their genetics or genes, not because of the practice. But let us see what actually the science is saying to us regarding this type of intelligence and all, right? So intelligence is not actually you are born with. It's you have to earn that part. So when we are all just like a blank slates when we are arriving to the here onto the earth, right? For sure we will inherently get something from our predecessors, that means our parents or our from grandparents. We will learn or we will get some information from them, but at the end ultimately our future will depends on our own work ethics, right? So usually people are not born smart, instead they are made to do that. That means how they become smart is they used to do things with whatever things that are available for them. So smart people are not just because of one day practice they didn't become a smart people. They are also like us, normal people only, but they are just focusing on the things whatever available in their surrounding environment, and they are making the best use of those things that are available, that are in their hands, to get a better outputs, right? Because of these things, the normal people are becoming the smart people. There are actually two sides of spectrum. The other side of the spectrum, we can see the people who are just skipping or not at all showing some interest to do the things in a different way. But there is another side of spectrum where you can see plenty of people who had odds, but they are staked against them, and they are trying to do the things in a different way, and they are still doing, and they are getting becoming success, right? So that is how the smart people are made. So usually there are the 5 things that the smart people usually do. Let us discuss those 5, and then let us go to what is the importance of schooling in this scenario. So usually smart people reads a lot. So we usually have the may have or may not have the habit of reading a book, but it's a really good habit for a smart people to spending their most of the time on reading, because by reading you no need to discuss with anyone, you no need to listen to anyone's argument. You can just be with yourself, and you can get your ideas correctly, and making them to do in a better efficient way. So that's why for the smart people usually reading will be the one of the habits. And the second thing is, smart people will love to make or commit the mistakes. Why? Because smart people usually take these mistakes as an opportunity to learn something, to gain some knowledge. So usually they are ready to take that risk of doing mistakes, and all. They don't have that fear of making the mistakes. Actually, in the part of processing, to become a smart person, one has to develop this type of I can say attitude, to accept the fearing or making a mistake. Once if you do the mistake, the next part is you should be able to get some information from that, and then you are not supposed to commit the same mistake again. You should learn something from that. That is how the smart people usually love to make the mistakes, right? And the Third one that usually the smart people will have is they will hang around the smart people only. There is a one famous quotation actually. So in a room, if you are the smartest means that means you are placed in a wrong room. So what does it mean here? So when you are around the smart people, I can just tell you one small thing. We usually love to be with the people who are just similar to us, or who are accepting our everything, right? So that means we are actually the reflection of the five people that we are almost always moving with, right? So usually the smart people always try to hang around the smart people only, because when you try to move with the smart people, what will happen is their drive, their knowledge, their awareness will have some sort of impact on you, which will help to increase your standard on yourself. And also it will help you to train or to think from your brain point of view in a multiple ways. This is the one advantage, right? And this is the third thing. And I have one more fourth point, that what smart people usually do is they will always value the things that they are doing. So that means they won't think anything like this is a very small work, there is no point of doing in this work. In every work they will try to gain some sort of knowledge that will help them to mount up their knowledge in a multiple ways, in a multiple stages. So one cannot be success overnight. We just have to do that consistency throughout some period of time, then only we can reach to that level of success. Or so smart people usually whatever work they are doing, whether it is a very small thing or a very big thing also, they will try to do both the things in a very same way, because they will just think what is the information or the knowledge that I can get from this particular work. And the last one is smart people work very very hard. Simple thing, right? So we know that everything cannot we cannot get very easily. We just have to focus on that, right? But the same thing can be done in a multiple ways, depends on our own thinking capabilities. So usually smart people in the very starting stage, they usually work very hard, but in the later stages they will try to do the things in a very smart way, right? So it is not at all about whether you are working hard or not, it's whether you are doing work in a very smart way or not, it matters, right? Now if you just observe all these things, first thing is reading, the best habit for the smart people. They will hang around the smart people, and they will try to love to do the mistakes, and they will try to value all the work they do, and they will do very work hard, right? So these are the five things that usually smart people will do. Here schooling will plays a very important role for that change in scenario of converting a normal people into a smart people. Why? Because for example, if you don't have a schooling, or if you don't if you are just at home, we cannot say that your thoughts are will get enhanced in a better way, because you are just speaking to yourself. But once if you are going to school, means what actually will happen, you will be around multiple people with a different thoughts, and all, because of which your thoughts will get enhanced, and from there you have to just get a processing your thoughts to do in a multiple ways, right? So usually when it comes to the schooling, we generally talk about the intelligence, right? Our brain efficiency. So usually previously intelligence can be treated as a fixed innate capacity. It's like a genetic gift from our parents. It's just, we in a one sentence we used to define it's a fixed capacity, because of their parents, he is like that, she is like that. We'll just come to that sort of conclusion. But now it is not at all a fixed capacity. Why? Because science is growing, right? The current neuroscience researchers are suggesting that the infants are born with the potential to do the cognitive, to do development in a cognitive areas, right? So here what I mean is, every kid that every infant has in some inbuilt potential to crack few things, or to get benefit out of some cognitive areas, and these type of potentials are already getting developed before itself, right? And also parents are just trying to identify that sort of potential in the infant, and they are making they are setting up a stage for that to see that sort of developmental trajectory for those kids to do in a better way, right? So that is how these people are reaching to the level of a smart, right? So here schooling plays an important role, because you should, I will just tell you few five facts around that happens during the early childhood development, brain development, where schooling plays an important role. See, you should choose a correct place where your thoughts, your ideas, your assessments all are getting tested in a very good quality manner, which will help you to do, I mean, to reach to the level of a smart people, right? So now there are five interesting facts that I gathered here that happens during the early childhood for the brain development. Okay, the first one is a 4-year-old are better in solving a novel problem than an adult. So this type of solving capabilities or problem solving thinking skills, all this will get developed when a kid is trying to engage with the multiple people. With the next point you will come to a conclusion, or you will come to an idea why a kid has to engage with the multiple people. The second fact is, young children have an open attention to its surrounding. See, for example, if you just take an adult, or if I am talking with a particular person, I can just focus to only that particular person. I may not be able to focus what happens in the surrounding environment. But actually young children are not like that. Young children have an open attention to its surrounding. They are not just focused to only one person. Instead, they can just focus on the surrounding environment, what is actually happening. So when an young children in a school, when he tries to be interact with the children or with the friends that he has or she has in the classroom, there is a scope for multiple development for that particular child, because multiple things like he has to accept the other thoughts, or he has to get some another creative thought from the other thought given by his or her friend. So that is why schooling plays an important role to get the enhancement or improvement in a particular person. And the third fact here is, we know that till 2 to 3 years old kids will have a rhymes. There is a significance for that rhymes. Every language will have a rhymes there, which will give you, or which will try to create that phonemic awareness for the kids. So you know that rhyming has some sort of patterns there, right? Because of this type of patterns there are, it will help you to develop the phonemic awareness for the children. That's why schooling is very important. And the fourth one, young children can learn the language capacity from the adults. So it's not only adults, he or she can just engage with the other kids also to develop the other languages. The most important point here is TVs or televisions or any another electronic gadgets cannot replace adults. Once the young children are trying to interact with the adults only, they will learn more things rather than from the television, because in the television is just a one way communication. Whatever they are projecting, he or she is just seeing it. But when they try to interact with the adults, there is a lot of scope for them to to get that sort of development. So that's why it's just an instruction for the adults. Please try to spend more time with your kids. It will help your child to develop in a multiple ways, right? And also in the classroom, we cannot say that every children is from the same base location. For example, if I take any school in Maharashtra, I cannot say that everyone is from the state Maharashtra only. There may be a kid from somewhere from Delhi, somewhere from Gujarat, somewhere from Assam, somewhere from Guwahati, something like that. So because of which, what will happen is the learning languages capacity can also be increased when he tries to interact with the students, because kids will learn language very fastly. Once if they come to the age of around 16 or 17, that interest for sorry sorry that interest for learning the language may not last long. And the last fact is lack of experience with other children can contribute to cognitive delays. So in the starting itself, we discussed that neuroscience researchers are saying that the infants are born with some potential to beat this, to get sort of development in the cognitive areas. So once the young children are trying not able to get that experience of interacting with others, there will be, for sure there will be an delay in their development. Because in the last week video I already discussed phobias, right? So once when they have the phobia of interacting with the kids, obviously what will happen, that has a lot of impact throughout their life in the future, in the further stages. So at the school level itself, they have to get rid of these type of phobias, or the interaction skills or problem solving. These are all the skills that has to develop at the school level itself, for which good schooling plays a very important role, right? So my conclusion on this thing is just my view. I think we are all born with the same potentials. The only thing is whether we are learning on a daily, day-to-day basis or not, and whether we are upgrading our knowledge every time, and are we doing in a perfect way, and are we doing in a smart way or not. These are the things. Along with this, whether you placed in a good schooling or not, this plays an important role to come to a conclusion about a particular person, whether he is a born intelligent or is it because of a good schooling. Obviously my conclusion is that schooling plays an important role to develop the cognitive skills that is actually needed in the current generation. In the previous, if you take a 90s kids and all, you may not need that type of cognitive skills to survive in the society. But now, science is growing like anything, so you have to develop that sort of cognitive skills to compete with the others. So it's, you just check it whether you placed in a good schooling or not. If you placed in good schooling, are you doing or are you utilizing the facilities that you have or not? These are the important things you have to check, right? Hope you enjoyed the video. In the next week I will just meet you with some another interesting topic. Thank you guys, stay safe.